But first, it is time for the veto power, save and replace. You must state clearly whom you would like to save among the nominated housemates.
I'll save Adekunle, replaced with Bryann.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Tonight's nomination process was a crazy one. For the first time on this show this season, we saw the veto power come into play. For those of you who don't know what the veto power means, right? It means that when Big Brother announces all the nominated housemates to stand up, the head of house will see one of the nominated housemates and replace him with somebody who is sitting down. So how did these all start? Big Brother asked all the housemates to come into the arena, and of course it was going to be the usual routine for the games. There will be 2 levels in the game, and of course the top 2 guys and the top 2 ladies from the first round will move to the second round and of course slug it out to become the head of house. This week's game was a fish catching game, right? But before Big Brother told them what to do, he first asked Allison to stand up. And of course, remember that Allison and Sheggz were the tails of house last week. He gave them a costume to wear throughout the week. And of course, he told Allison that, see, I am satisfied with the way you carried out your punishment. So take out your costumes and drop them right here.
Big Brother is satisfied with how you handled your punishment. You may drop the costume.
Big Brother then asked Sheggz to stand up and told him he was not satisfied with the way he carried out his punishment, right? And told him he was going to deal with him later, giving him a new punishment. He told Sheggz to take off his costume and also drop it.
Big Brother believes you could have done better. You may drop the costume for now.
Thank you, Big Brother.
So Sheggz and of course Dotun, the head of house, could not participate in the game. Sheggz because he didn't complete his punishment, and of course, Dotun because he was the incumbent head of house. Big Brother told them to take positions and of course told them that each color of fish had different values, right? So the purple fish had 10 points, the red fish had 15 points, the yellow fish had 30 points, and of course the pink fish had 40 points. But guess what? Big Brother did not unveil the points to them until after the first round.
The values of the fish are written on the covered board at the other end of the arena.
The buzzer sounded and of course the game began, and we saw the housemates start catching the fishes. When the buzzer sounded again, indicating that they should stop, Big Brother asked the head of house Dotun to go around and count the fishes after he unveiled the points of each fish. After the first round, Chumsy, Swagz, Chichi, and Hermes emerged the top 4 guys who were going to proceed to the next level. Now, the next round had a canoe in the arena, right? And in that canoe, we had different colors of fish or whatever it was. And on the back of one of those fish, right, there was written the head of house. And of course, any of the 4 people who move to the next round, Chumsy, Swag, Chichi, or Hermes, who catches that fish, right, will become the head of house.
The housemates who catches this fish becomes the new head of house.
So we saw Chumsy go first, right? After Chumsy went, she didn't catch any. We saw Swag go second. He caught a few, but of course nothing was written behind. We saw Chichi go third, and of course she didn't catch the fish that had the head of house inscription on the back. And when Hermes went, the guy caught one of the fishes that had the head of house written behind it, and of course he emerged the new head of house. So Hermes is immune from the nominations for this week, and of course he chose Allison as his companion in this week.
Baby! Allison, Big Brother.
Big Brother then asked Sheggz to stand up, and he told the ninja to present him with his new gifts. So Big Brother gave Sheggz an apron written "At your service" or "Here to serve," right? And he asked all the housemates, except Dotun and Doyin. I think they have a punishment that's coming for them, by the way. And he asked all the other housemates to make sure that they send Sheggz on an errand throughout the week, that, Sheggz is at their service. They can send him on any errand as long as it is decent and reasonable.
Feel free to send him on any errand you wish.
Big Brother told the housemate that failure to send Sheggz on an errand would attract punishment, right? And then Big Brother asked all of them to leave the arena. And while they were about to leave the arena, literally we could see Cheesy trying to send Sheggz on an errand, telling him to untie his shoes.
Immediately.
Sheggz, untie my shoe.
And then after the Big Brother asked the housemates to come into the diary room one after the other to nominate 3 housemates they would like to see leave the show on Sunday. And then after the housemates were done with the nomination, Big Brother asked all the housemates to gather in the lounge. And then he asked the following people to stand up: Rachel, Cheesy, Adekunle, Donye, Swag, Fina, Chumsy, and of course Bella.
Rachel, Cheesy, Adekunle, Swag, Fina.
And of course, he said that, you know what, these housemates will offer possible evictions. And he said, before we now go on, one more thing. He asked the head of house, Hermes, to stand up and told him that right now the veto power is about to come into play. He is to save one person who is standing and replace the person with the other person sitting. Now, one thing you should realize is this: when Hermes was in the diary room during his nomination, he had nominated Bryann as one of the people he wants to see go home. So when it was time for him to save and replace, he saved Adekunle, right? And because Bryann was still sitting down, right, he replaced Adekunle with Bryann.
Please make your save and replace now.
I'll save Adekunle, replaced with Bryann.
And that was it tonight. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and guess what? You get notified whenever I post a video. Go on all social media platforms on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, and of course on TikTok. And follow me at Olufemi Daniel. And until next time I come away again very soon, it's bye for now.
All those your lies. Baby, I love you. Baby, I want to marry you. You know they walk. You don't cast. Go marry your mama.
Satan, you can't deceive me. I recognize you.
What you concern me with person when they give street artists of the year? Your song, which song you sing? You sabi sing? Since when you don't sing that song, you sing another one? We blow. The carry street give you. Oh yeah, how much I look and pull it, you do one. I said, see you my doing.
What did I say? You said something about. Wait. Don't do that.